A very good afternoon and welcome to Championship Sunday here at the Hanwha Classic, the richest prize in KLPGA golf for the season. Timothy Lowe here. Wonderful to have your company in Chuncheon. We're at Jade Palace for the 20th time at the Hanwha Classic, and boy oh boy, what a leaderboard we have coming into this final round. Jun Yi-sung and Kim Soo-ji took a share of the lead into this final round. 1.7 billion Korean won prize purse with 360 million up top for the champion. That was the lady who won it all back in 2021. Lee Daeyeon, a three-time major champion. There has been some movement at the top of the leaderboard already. The headliners coming into the week. Thailand's Atthaya Thitikhun has hit the front of the leaderboard, courtesy of some sport. Once up to the back nine. Back. Work off the slope nicely and feed on down. She has been in some fine fettle this season. A couple of wins already for year one, last year's Rookie of the Year. A couple of victories, including the hugely important Hanwha Financial Group Championship. Bears best in Cheongna. Right edge for Soo-ji at the ninth. Tends to play well in the second halves of seasons. Most of her wins have come in August or later. Breakthrough win at the KGE Daily Ladies Open. And the win at Blue Heron for her lone major title at the Haick Junior back in 2021. Share of the lead with Thitikhun into the back nine Sunday afternoon, chasing a first win of the year. This is Jeong Yoon-ji. He's played some very tidy golf this week. Bogey free round of 69 yesterday. She too finding the correct section after 10th green. Expecting some pretty good crowds as usual on Championship Sunday, and that is going to be some shootout, some race to the finish line. Atthaya Thitikhun shares the lead with Jun Yi-sung. He's just chipped in on 9. Kim Soo-ji and Lee Daeyeon at 8 under par. ENG. The opportunity here at the 10th. Down here slightly, should go right. Oh, she has got it. Wonderful 3 for Jung Yoon-ji. She moves within one of your quartet of leaders. Hasn't dropped a shot all weekend long. So go back up to the tee and find one of them. Sung, 21 ever college and Queen's Crown champion. In the hunt for a major breakthrough here on Sunday afternoon. Year one. She'll take the lead by herself with this. Oh, that is a golden opportunity. That goes a begging for Lee. Par is tied for the moment. And with 4 players at 8 under par, so much can change very quickly. She's pondered for a while back on this tee. She potentially considering going for this green. It is reachable. The 10th plays around 300 meters, but severely downhill. I've seen a couple of players hit this green over the first couple of days. Shinsil and Ataya Titikun in our featured groups coverage on Thursday and Friday. She has the speed to get there if she gives this one a decent pop. And it is the driver. Unmistakable red face, tailor-made stealth drivers. Signals are clear. She didn't come out here to lay up today, did she? Important here. Catch the green side bunker, the far green side bunker. It's not too bad. If you're a little left, it's not too bad. If you go straight over the back of the green, it could be a rather quick chip. Oh, that's a wonderful tee shot. Can it come round off that bank? Oh, simply sublime from Suji. That'll send a message to the rest of the field and the other 3 ladies that she shares the lead with. What a time to pull off a tee shot like that for Kim Soo-ji at 10. Yeah. Green down in the distance. Lee Dayon. Remember, she eagled this hole en route to her victory back in 2021. Dayon going for the green as well. What a Sunday that was in 2021. Terrific battle with Park Joo-young. Dayon chipping in here at the 10th. Go on to win, that time, her second major title. She's added 1 more at the KLPGA Championship at Lakewood earlier this season. Looks like it's skirted the line just about. Look of concern there for Lee, who just playing a provisional just in case. Didn't quite see where that ended up. It looked like it was awfully close to the reeds on the right. Just wonder how much of that decision was influenced by the fact that Kim Soo-ji also pulled out driver. I think she's gotten the all clear. And the driver back in the bag. Dayon goes scurrying down that hill. Wait to unleash the throng of fans that will surely follow some of the game's best as they make their way round the back nine. Nothing quite like the atmosphere out here. Championship Sunday afternoon. Now up to 11T and Lee Won. She's been the lady on a charge in this final round. Atia Titikun, LPGA Tour Rookie of the Year last season. 6 under for her round. Safely on the 14th green. She has an opportunity to post a number well ahead of the leaders. Disappointing 75 on Friday. How much is that going to cost her? Not much right now. She's tied for the lead. Company out there with Choi Rim and Park Min-ji. Min-ji 2 under par for the day. Disappointed with her performance yesterday. That was a dismal birdieless effort. Dayon, she's found it. And how's it lying? So much depends on the lie. You see, she's only got about 3 paces of green to work with. Just off that right edge. Everything kicks down and away from her when she gets on the putting surface. And what you can't quite pick up on these cameras is the depth perception, the elevation that is so very prevalent around this Jade Palace golf course. Dayon is well below the level of the green, which further compounds the difficulty of this shot. Let her stew on that as we move ahead to the par for 11th. Seems like everywhere we turn, we find another leader or a co-leader. Could she win a 3rd title of the year? Only one player has won more than 2 times in the last 2 seasons. His name was Park Min-ji. A couple of players have won twice. Here one. Looking for a 3rd this year. Coming uphill into the 11th, and that's another good tidy shot. You know what? She has been very, very impressive. Unbothered in her approach to the game. What a game it is. Now back to Jani Sung. Middle of the fairway. Can throw it out a little bit long and left. Should be able to use that slope to feed it down to that right pin position. Titikun. Can she sneak another one out here at 14? Oh, steady on, steady on. Much like Suji, it's first place for nothing for Titikun. Gave that one a real run. Didn't come all this way to finish 2nd. Jung Yoon-ji. Perfect start to the back nine. Good tee shot at 11. Just a little wide through the back, and looks like it's sitting okay. Just a slight miscue for ENG. Got to be sensible with this. If the lie's not great, just look out long. Accept your two-putt par. Try and get too cute with this. You leave it tangled in that rough short, staring bogey in the face. Let's give that an almighty lash. It must have been an awful lie. Lee Dayan. Could her gamble prove costly? And Titikun, not done yet for her par at 14. Well done. Showing her class. One of the headliners this week. Former world number one. Two-time winner on the LPGA Tour. Former women's amateur Asia Pacific champion. Dayan. Lie looks a little bit better. Not by much. Still not going to come up with any spin. All things considered, that's pretty well played. She'll have that for a par to stay at 6 under. It is for eagle. She'd be more than happy to take 2 putts and the outright lead. Walking off this 10th green. Should be a good amount of swing from right to left in this. Kim Soo-ji also working down the hill. Get it down to that point where caddy was pointing earlier. And almost visualize or feel like it's losing speed. I'm going to come to a stop in that point. And the slope and the quickness of these greens should do the rest. So eagle putt at 10. Kim Soo-ji. Great try. Brilliant putt. Under big pressure. Soo-ji. Tiny tap in is all that's left. Take the lead all by herself. And ENG, this one just off the back foot. Looks like it's a toe down little chip and run. Just a little heavy-handed. Those 6-footers just heaped with pressure on Sunday afternoon, aren't they? To get to 9 under par first. Jenny Sung. some form. Bogey at the second, but 3 birdies since. Yi Sung first to 9 under. She'll have company in about 30 seconds or so. Look. That birdie putt on 10. Perfect. Year one. Did she get to 9 under par, a hole ahead? No, shaves the edge again. That was a good putt. You're looking for birdies on this back nine. You most certainly do not want to be giving up shot with bogeys. Par saving. Look for Yunji. Just be inside right edge. Oh, brilliantly holed. Well done. Co-leaders once again, Suji and Yi Sung, as they were overnight. So they are walking onto 11T. 9 under par, a number to catch. Good section that the players face on this inward 9 at Jade Palace, the East Course. 11th hole doglegs around that thick clump of trees up the right hand side. Couple of bunkers in the distance which the players can aim at. Try to work a little fade off that. And the rough this year is down considerably from the brutal test that Ong Ji-won mastered en route to the 2022 championship. The defending champion, missing the halfway cut, was able to par through 36 holes. So the reigning Korea Women's Open champion had to bow out. But we will crown a new winner here at the Hanwha Classic. And they're too tight at the top right now. Suji and this lady, Chan Yi-sung, who's set to send it away on the 11th.
카메라 미리 눌러주세요.
anyone who's watched Kim Soo-ji hit a golf ball knows that she does not enjoy working it from left to right, but you kind of need to slide it that shape off this tee. Or she'll have to look up the far right edge of the fairway and just try to work her draw back to the middle of it. Significantly showers the amount of angle she has to work with. And she has been swinging the club beautifully this weekend. And that's in prime position now. The last of the par threes at Jade Palace, and Thai superstar Taya Titikun has absolutely knocked it stiff in that middle right hole location. So she'll have that to get to 9 under par as well. Guyon to round things out back at 11. Fortunately, did drop a shot, so back at 5 under par now, 4 adrift. Isung and Soo-ji separate themselves at 9 under par. Titikun moments away from joining them. Yewon letting a couple of great opportunities slip by to start the back 9. She's also back at 8 under par. Too close to call this Sunday afternoon in Chuncheon. coming in from 150 meters with a 6-iron. Johnny Sung, not the longest, but she takes her chances when she gets them. That's a little wide, but it's okay. Titikun to get to 9 under par as well and make it a trio of leaders. Elementary Titikun to the top again. Suji a lot closer. She can be a little bit more aggressive with an 8-iron. Oh, and aggressive she is. Full attack mode for Kim Soo-ji. That's to get to double digits under par. ENG ahead at 12, the par 5. Just that up against the collar of rough, I wonder. That's going to be very awkward if it is. Yeowon, you have to think she needs to find a 4 here. Easier done from the fairway, of course. And yeah, just short of the green, out of the fairway, got an uphill lie as well. He's left it handy at the 12. Good news is the fairway side of the ball is where Jung Yun-ji will be making contact with it, so just has to accelerate a little bit more, chop it through that rough. Oh, that's nicely played. That's very nicely played indeed from Jung Yun-ji. Kyung, two-time KLPGA championship winner on the 16th in the company of Park Min-ji and Ataya Titikun. That's very nicely done. Birdie there will get her inside the top 10. Year one, absolutely vital. Get this one up and down for a 4. 74 meters left to go. Should be able to play this fairly aggressively with a lob wedge. Just a 3/4 mid-flight. Doesn't like it. Can't understand why. That's a decent shot. She would have expected a little better, but giving herself another great look from inside 10 feet. No time to start shying away from flag sticks. Not that she does at the best of times. Very aggressive player. Backs herself to hit the shot when it matters. It's okay. Maybe just half a club short, but still giving herself a look. A lengthy one for Zhang Yisung. Putts outside of 30 feet, really, you are more likely to statistically 3-putt it than 2-putt it, even for professionals. And that just lacked a little pace. So under a little bit of pressure. Was the teenage sensation. She burst onto the PGA Tour scene a couple of years ago. She has some serious talent. She's got quite the resume as well. Some of her highlights today. That was a birdie at 9. Taking Titicun up to 5 under par for the championship and out in 33. And then at the par 5 12th. After a couple of birdies at 10 and 11. Beautiful wedge shot to set up the 4th in a row. And get her to 8 under par. And then at the par 3 15th, this was a couple of moments ago, excellent tee shot to about 3 feet. And 7th unanswered birdie of the day. She's now looking at this for an 8th birdie at the 16th. Just a little left. So, you'd think if she gets to 11 under par, that would be a stern target to set in the clubhouse. 10, probably not going to get it done, not in the mood that this lady's in. Kim Soo-ji with this opportunity to get herself into the outright lead. Move from her right.
Okay.
Oh, and she knew it 3 feet out. That little trademark left-handed fist pump. Sees Kim Soo-ji start her back 9 with a pair of birdies and assumed the outright lead at 10 under par. All ahead, and Jung Yoon-ji. Slips by Jung. Now trails by 3. Hyun-Kyung Not going to be a week for a third major title, but chance for yet another top 10. Oh, well done. Nicely rolled in there for Park. Didn't miss a cut last season. He's already missed 2 this year. Birdie gets her up to 4 under par now, year 1. She's 2 back at the moment, but she could halve that with this at the par 5. Well done. Gets 1 to go on the back 9. Leo 1 up to 9 under. Tutti going on that mark with just 2 holes left to play. Suji. 12 presents a good scoring opportunity before you get to the difficult par 3 13th and the 14th, and 15's a pretty scoreable hole. 160 meter par 3, so this is a chance to just start to put a little daylight between herself and the chasers. I'm not pleased with contact there. It's looking a little left. Settles into the thick rough, but should be laying up from there, so really no real damage done. This 13th hole has been a real test for the players this week. It's played as the hardest of the 3 par 3s, and most of it's just down to that length, 176 meters coming uphill to a semi-blind green. A lot of these girls hitting hybrids or 3 woods, only the very longest even consider getting a 4 or 5 iron on the back of the ball. Up some distance in 2023. Liu Wan has always been a terrific ball striker, very straight hitter of the pill. And she has grown accustomed to being in this position. Most appears in the KLPGA Tour challenging for tournaments on Sunday afternoon. Should lead us off at the 13th, trailing by 1. That's an excellent tee shot. Middle of the green. Another birdie look, albeit another lengthy one. Just can't press too hard on 13. Disaster, just a poor swing away as we drop back to Jun Yi-sung on the 12th. ENG, she's got a 4 iron. We'll look to land this near the front edge and have it chase up. It's going to come off that little shoulder. Not bad. Pretty darn good tee shot. alluded to this several times throughout the week. You just want to leave yourself your favorite distance, your favorite number. A par 5, looking at layup. It's not always the case about reaching for the 3-wood and sending it as far down the fairway as you want. Sometimes you need a full shot just to have some speed into the ball and generate spin and control to attack some of these tucked pins. Looks like it's a hybrid perhaps for Johnny Sung out of the right edge of the fairway. Go downhill slightly for your second shot and you work your way uphill back to the green. Titikun unfortunately has just drifted her tee shot a little right on the 17th, so she'll be coming out of that thickish rough. Time caddy Gong Van using a laser, which is allowed as long as the slope function is disabled. Good to see governing bodies of golf trying to experiment ways to speed up the game a little bit. See lasers allowed more and more often in professional events. Of course, it's funny you see that. Players and caddies still bring out the yardage books every now and then. A treasure trove of information, though. Now, Suji looks like a bit of a heavy lie in this left rough. Doesn't have to advance this too far. She's only got 239 meters to the pin. Really, if she can chop this one out about 150, it should leave her a nice full lob wedge into this pin. And it's got it well deep down there. That's easily inside of 100 meters. It's a good shot for the tournament leader. I'm going to be first to play into this pin on 17. Cut in the back section today. 6 from the left edge. Just pitched on that little mound in line with the flag and shoots it right. It's okay for Hyun Kim. Yunji at 13 for a birdie. Could be moving quite a bit from right to left in the midpoint of the putt. A good roll there. Shy with the pace, but you're never really complaining. Walking off 13 green with a par 3. Titikun out of those, so not going to have as much control on the golf ball as she would like. But on this angle, she doesn't have to bring that front left mound into play. She can look a little bit right, play for some release, give herself a putt from 25, 30 feet. She'd be pretty pleased with that from this line. Just carried it a little bit too far up into the green. That's okay, that. Pretty simple, straightforward up and down remaining for the tie. See that pin on 12 cut all the way in the back right shelf. Jenny Sung will be coming in from the top of that hill. So she's got a slight downhill lie as well, which does promote a lower ball flight and a A little bit more release once this hits the green. Go on, go on. Oh, play that beautifully. Really got her distance dialed in. She's given herself a look. This would be an unlikely two at 13. A rare two. It's one that would take Lee Won into a share of the lead. Just a little shy with pace. Can't really afford to do that on the back nine Sunday in a challenging for a title. Suji, always so positive in everything she does, from her attitude, her disposition, to the way she attacks the golf course. Gets a lot of spin on these wedges, so we'll have to really toss this all the way up to the hole. And not her best, really. Titikun electing to chip this one, hands well forward, balls back into the stance, trying to scoop. A little bit of work to do left for Titikun there. She trails by one with only the 18th to come after this. Now you start to work your way back up the hill again from 14T. Absolutely critical to get a good tee shot away here, keep it in the fairway. It's a 389-meter long hole. Tee shot plays downhill, but that second shot semi-blind coming back up towards the green. Oh, just in the rough for year one. Hyun-Kyung. Outside, lengthy look for birdie here at 17. It's a pretty hefty prize purse up for grabs this week, so every spot further up that leaderboard you finish, you're going to be collecting massive money on the money list, and not bad there, good pace. Just about within 3 feet, should be able to manage that for par. big putt. If she is to have any chance, she cannot afford to drop a shot at 17. Titikun for a par. And she's not going to drop a shot. That's a big saving putt that keeps the ties hopes alive. They're pretty slim at the moment. But hey, with a birdie at 18, she'll post 10 under par in the clubhouse and give Kim Soo-ji and company something to think about here on Sunday afternoon at the Hanwha Classic. Suji, a little bit pedestrian with that wedge shot. Still a look for birdie, but you would have expected better with just a lob wedge in hand. And we'll be coming up the hill. Should want to dive a little to her right as it gets to the hole. It's one of those putts from underneath the hole where you can attack, hit with a little bit more pace. Because as that ball starts to slow, the slope on the green is going to force it to take a little bit more break. So just give it a bit more of a wrap. Take some of that break out. Stay positive. Well, that's pretty positive. It's 3 in a row for Kim Soo-ji. Stretches her lead to 2. And with 6 holes to play, she is asserting her dominance atop the leaderboard. Another look. Watch that left fist. Yep, there it goes. She knew it was good. She gets a look in. She is very hard to catch. And well, for Chan Yi-sung, this almost becomes a must-make now. Sort of similar-ish section that Leo Won putted from. Slightly downhill, moving right. These putts that break away from you, really important to just keep that head steady, no peeking. Give it an early look. Sometimes that putter face doesn't square up and you lose a lot of putts low. Yeah, kind of like that. Suji with another body blow to the field. A birdie at the 12th. Now takes her 2 clear. Leo One would have heard the roar from 14. Challenging second shot now with a long iron out of that thick rough. She has managed that beautifully. Use the putting surface. Gives herself an outside look at 3. Tough ask, this tee shot at 13. Anywhere on the green, Suji will happily take. There's only 7 players to birdie this hole yesterday. And she's looking a little right. Oh, right at it. My goodness, Kim Soo-ji. Well, there were 4 tied when we came on the air. Soo-ji is that for 4 in a row. Absolutely tenacious. She's like a little bulldog. She gets a hold of that lead. It's very hard to shake her. It's one of those moments where if you're someone who's staring at this fine performance like Jun Yi-sung, you can't get swept up in it. You've just got to stick to your game plan. Execute your shots the best you can. Even though you may be tempted to feel like it's match play, you're trying to beat Kim Soo-ji, you're not. Everyone's just trying to tackle the golf course, and it's she who tackles the golf course best who will come out on top. Yi-sung got the hybrid club, has to look left of this pin. Yeah, good, smart, safe shot. Well played. Going to get as much check on it. And she'll have a putt from the back edge. Absolutely fearless, Kim Soo-ji. Tempted to think you just want to protect that lead, you play away from flags. Oh, not Soo-ji. Straight at it, the hardest par 3. Now Yewon ahead at 14. This one's got a chance. Oof, just a little pacey and settle down. We saw Titikun rolled it a couple of feet by. No coverage started about an hour-ish ago. New one as the tester coming back to stay at 9 under. Yunji coming down a gentle slope here. Might be a bit of a double breaker. Left to right to start, then right to left as it approaches the cup. Very good for Kim Soo-ji, who's opened up the back nine with 3 straight birdies and is leads by 2. seen from Lee Won's part, but this one's pretty slow as it works its way back up the hill to the high point of that 13th green. That's got pace. Oh, and she's got a birdie out of it. What a time to find a 2 at 13 for Jun Yi-sung. She may not get any closer to Suji, who's got a decent look at birdie of her own, but this is a pretty solid final round for Jun Yi-sung, who's never finished inside the top 3 at a major championship. Now Yewon for her par hit at 14. Oh, brilliantly holed. Well done. A little aggressive with the first putt, but mops up the comebacker with consummate ease. Out to the closing par 5 and the third shot of Park Hyun-kyung. Suji to re-establish a 2-shot cushion. Okay. 4 in a row. Kim Soo-ji. She has hit the gas pedal on this inward half. She now leads by 2 again. Titikun in a terrific final round for the tie. He can post 10 under if he sticks this one in tight. Right on line, just dropping stops a little shy. He's going to have that for a 64. Can anyone stop Kim Soo-ji? There's 5 holes to play and leads by 2. Scoring opportunity this 15th. Soft greens. Section of the green that you can attack, and attack it she will. And just about stays up on that top plateau. Well done. Skirts the right edge of the fairway and finishes up in the rough. A little unlucky there for Jun Yi-sung. Hyun-kyung for a closing 4. It's gotta go. No, you can't leave it short. Not on 18, Hyun-kyung. It's been another fine week for Park. Even known as Beautiful by her fans. Losing 69 in her week, inside the top 10 at 4 under par. Jung Yun-ji at 15. Thought it was the start of something special when she birdied 10. And she'd start to put a run together. It's been on the par train ever since. Still bogey free today. Oh, goodness. Well, she almost brought that run of pars to an abrupt halt in spectacular fashion. That close to an ace at 15. Titikun to hang 10 under par in the clubhouse. Just go a little left for her. Not quite sure what happened there. Apologies for that little blip. There we go. To post 10 under par. Taya Titikun. One more for the road. Why not? Take a bow at Taya Titikun. That's the low round of the week by some margin. A 64 on Sunday. 10 under par, the clubhouse target by the former world number one, making her Hanwha Classic debut. What a performance by Atthaya Thitikul. But it may not be enough, not with the mood that Kim Soo-ji has been in since she made the turn. Birdies at 10, 11, 12, 13. Now finds herself in good position again on 14. Just a little unlucky for Jun Yi-sung, who's found the right rough off the tee. But a pretty thick lie as well. Not the weekend that the 18-time tour winner was looking for. But the birdie on 18 completes a nice round of golf this Sunday afternoon. A 69 as well for Park Min-ji. Another top 10 in a major championship. How about the scoring in this group? 69 from Min-ji, 69 from Hyun Kyung, and a 64 from Atthaya Thitikul. Under par in a single group. Soo-ji. She continue this dream run. Well, she's got the right kick. Is she just going to hang on? No. Onto the back edge, and it's okay. It's pretty makeable, that chip shot. In the low collection area behind that 14th green. You have a pretty straight chip. Oh, yeah, what? To left. Got the speed, no. Short in the jaws, a roll shy of a birdie there. The one on 15. Yunji After nearly rolling it in for a 1, she's got this for a birdie to get up to 8 under. Roll it in, she does. Lovely deuce at 15. John ENG to solo 5th and birdie of her afternoon. Suji just looking for relief from that sprinkler. It's going to make the case that it's sort of in the way of her swing. It's impeding her swing because she feels like her putter is going to go over it. Always touch and go these situations, because you can always say that, yeah, the depression might be affecting the path of your putter going back, but the sprinkler itself isn't. Very much up to the leniency of the rules official. It looks like free relief has been given to Suji. So nearest point of relief, we get 1 club length from there. Everything just going the way of the 2021 Height Jinro champion at the moment. She takes a drop. Why don't we catch up with the forgotten lady in this final group, the 2021 Hanwha Classic champion Lee Daeyeon. Took a bogey at 10, and it's just been a little frustrating ever since. She's back down at 5 under par, and she's got 10 feet left for a par at 14. So drop given. Suji. Said earlier, this is pretty makeable. Just coming from the back edge, she'll be working uphill. If anything, maybe just a hint to left or right in it. But you know she is in firm control of this championship. 10 under par, the clubhouse target set by Ataya Titikun. Suji already at 12 under. Dare we think of the improbable. 5 birdies in a row to start the back 9. There'll be some way to send a message to the field. Jenny Sung should be away. There she is. We've seen a couple of players have testy comebackers for par putting from this side of the hole. It's rather speedy down the hill, the last 10-15 feet. Stop that one. Side of the hole. Suji. Give this one a run. Tentative stroke that we've seen out of Suji on this back nine, and that's not stone dead for par yet. Oh, didn't see that one coming. She has already had tons of highlights here. Suji, that was a birdie at 5. Started the day in a share of that lead with Chun Yi-sung. She'd go on to strike this 5-iron into the 7th. Almost on the right edge. Seeing birdie. And Suji up to 8 under par, and then at 10. If her intentions weren't clear with this tee shot, I don't know how much more crystal clear she can be. Went for it with the driver, pulled off a brilliant tee shot, found the green at this 302-meter par 4, and gave herself an eagle look. The big bird wouldn't go, but a 2-putt birdie gave her the outright lead, and then this to follow at 11. Back-to-back birdies to start the back nine. But why stop at 2? And you can have 3. A little bit shy with her lob wedge. But the putter never looked like missing for Kim. And just for good measure, pops up on the 13th tee. It's been unlucky for some, this 176-meter par 3. It's been a test for the players. Kim Soo-ji took it straight at it. Bold line off the tee. A well-executed shot and a solid putt gave Kim Soo-ji the dream start to the back nine at the Hanwha Classic on Sunday. 4 in a row. The lead on 12 under, but now faces for the first time this back nine, but for par. They need to give up the hole away from this range. And the inside left edge with pace. It's a well-holed putt. Preserves her cushion of 2 shots. The par 3 15th, shortest of the par 3s at Jade Palace, only 160 meters. Water short doesn't really come into play. Bunker on the right seen some action today with that pin location just on that upper right shelf. 6 from the right edge and 12 from the front edge of the green. But for the chasers, it's a decent birdie opportunity. Those players coming in with short irons, just trying to carry it onto that top plateau. I saw Jung Min-ji almost hole out to win a brand new BMW, which has gone unclaimed so far this week on the 15th. be just a stock 7-iron for Suji. Send it out, start line anyway, between the pin and the right edge of the green, and just turn it back towards the middle. Just pulls it a fraction, but no harm done. Green safely found pin high, around just inside of 30 feet left of the flag. Just checking off pars right now. Kim Soo-ji. Gotta come and catch her. One of those chasers underway safely down the left-hand side of 16. Bang on 120 meters to go for her second. Johnny Sung unfortunately missed her par putt back at the 14th, so now finds herself at 9 under once again. Has to pretty much run the tables and hope for the best here. One more club in hand for Jun. Pretty good. Just settle up there. Lovely response after that 3-putt. Just giving herself a birdie look. Kim So-ee enjoying a very nice week here at Jade Palace. Currently 3 under par. Her third shot into this par 5. Just short of 16. Front now's going to want to kick this ball left on the first bounce. Kick pretty straight on her. Lovely touch, but it's only going to be a par. Suji looking secure at the top. Her advantage is 2. Titikun with the round of the week, a 64 that leaves the tie, the clubhouse leader, at 10 under par. by 2. Could she make it 3? Oh, it looked good for a long time, didn't it, Kim Soo-ji? But a par will do at the 15th.
오케이, 9번.
So-yi to finish at 4 under par. Not going to be a closing birdie. It's going to be a great week's work for Kim So-yi. The richest event on the 2023 calendar. Will cash a nice paycheck and pick up plenty of points on the KLPGA points list. Just outside the top 10 with a third successive 71. Mentioned on the tee, Chun Yi-sung pretty much needed to run the tables. This would be a good start. Slightly downhill. Just be a left edge putt to get herself back into a share of second with Titikun. Goodness. Just a little low for Jun. And that makes Soo-ji's life just that much easier. Year 1. Another right rough here on the 17th. I've seen from Titikun, ball can release on quite a bit. Pitch that short on the downslope, gets it to chase. That's a really clever shot. Well taken by Year 1. Just missing fairways here at Jade Palace limits your options significantly when trying to access some of these tucked pins. Cho Ah-yeon, former LPGA Tour star, now pretty much makes herself at home on the KLPGA Tour. 2019 Rookie of the Year out here, having a rough final day. One over par for the tournament. Making her way up the 18th as we go back to the lady who controls her destiny, Soo-ji, on 16T. Looks like it's out right. It's out wide right, but it's okay. Gets away with a bit of a wild one. Kim Soo-ji at the 16th avoids disaster. Lee Min-young applies a trade on the JLPGA Tour. Final round of the Notori Ladies this week. Suspended, cancelled due to really poor conditions just across the North Sea, but it's been sunny skies and wonderful scoring here on the KLPGA Tour in Chuncheon this week.
Okay.
safely found there on 16 for Jun Yi-sung, but still reeling after letting that great opportunity slip away on the 15th. And Song-yi saw a lot of her now coverage yesterday. She's just been treading water today, 3 under for the tournament. Needs a birdie at the last for a top 10. Big swing required for Jung Yun-ji through the back of 17, hacking it out of this thick lie. Ayan now, 2 wins last year in the KLPGA Tour, Hoban Ladies Cup, Kyochon Honey Ladies Open. Hasn't really been factoring on weekends as much as she would have liked this season, and that's why just a couple of too many loose swings for Ayan. Coming up the hill for her second into 16 is Jun Yi-sung. That green pitches a little left, and that's a big mistake. Don't want to miss it right of that pin. Don't want to be in that bunker. That's a bit of a miscue. Shot into the 18th. The opportunity awaits. Suji was concerned off the tee, but that's okay. I just don't want to miss this pin right. Anything left's good. Far left, but that's fine for Suji. Be another green in regulation. She'll gladly take 2 putts from there. Remember Titikun in the clubhouse at 10 under. Suji 2 shots clear of that, 3 clear of Yi-sung, who's bunkered at 16, and Ye-won, who has this on 17 for birdie. Great roll there, really good try for Ye-won. She find a late birdie. She's enjoyed a great week here. Remember, 237 starts it took for her to get her first win on the KLPGA Tour back in 2019. Yeah, lovely shot. She'll have that for Top 10 finish in a major this season. Now, short-sided bunker save required for Jun Sung at 16. Just got to throw that club face way open, lower the handle a little bit, really show the club face the sky and try and just chop the legs out from under it. Yeah, pretty good from there, but the mistake was with that second. Should never have brought that bunker into play. Suji going to be coming over a little spine in this green. You see right there. It's going to be slow as it works its way up, then should flatten out in the last 15 feet. Enough putts of this range, you're not thinking about holding them. If they drop, they're just a bonus. You're just trying to get it within a 2-3 feet circle. Tap in for par would be the perfect result here. Pace looks good. Yeah, pace is brilliant for Kim Soo-ji. A tap in par is exactly what she leaves herself. Another hole ticked off the scorecard. Another step closer to victory for Kim Soo-ji. Up against the collar of rough, but just want to stab this on the fringe and it should scuttle out. And not too bad there for Cho. Clubhouse couldn't come fast enough for her. And a difficult weekend for Aryan. Sung now to avoid another drop shot. And the putter's gone a little cold for Jun Sung, who now stumbles back to 8 under par. Just 2 holes to go to play. Had a good weekend. Just for a closing birdie. And her return trip home at 7 under par. And buries it straight in the middle. Great way to finish for Lee Min Young. 69-69 on the weekend. 7 under par total. Well, very much a factor is the KLPGA veteran. Back on the tee, Leo 1. That's on the top 10 finish. Oh, very well played. Good golf this week from 33-year-old An Song-yi. Birdie at the last for a round of 72.
코스가 딱 잘 잡은. 마지막 손으로.
You have to say she's 3 good swings away from really putting the shine on what's been a dominant Sunday display. And gets a friendly kick back into the right edge of the fairway for Suji at the 17th. Come on, Ayan. Roll this one in for a par. Okay. Nice up and down from an awkward spot. Does it really take the sting away? Closing 76 for Cho. Suji safely down 17. She leads by 2. so. Coming in from 170, a little bit further back than she was yesterday. Just got to avoid the left side of this green. Oh, it took a big hop, unfortunately, but that's okay, just on the right edge. Leave herself a lengthy putt for birdie, but really no option to go straight at the flag. Coming over that big bunker. Now ENG to cap off another very solid week this season. Just get the sense another KLPGA Tour title not far away. With the golf that she has displayed so far in 2023. That's another excellent iron shot in. She's got that to end her week at 9 under, which right now it proper into the top 3, which would be her best finish in a major championship. Suji just on the right edge of 17. Look at the gap between the two bunkers that guard the front of this green. Don't need to go at this pin. She's looking well outright. That's the smart thing to do. That'll get a nice friendly kick. And yeah, no harm, no foul there for Suji. Year one to the last. Beautiful. Go straight at it. Absolutely no quit in her at all. She had that to tie Atia Titikon in the clubhouse at 10 under par. And for her first major, I have to say, will go on for year one, barring an utter capitulation from Suji behind. Now, Jenny Shin, you would have expected her to factor a little more strongly this Sunday. One of the LPGA Tour stars who've made the trip over to South Korea to contest the Hanwha Classic. This hasn't been the Sunday Jenny was expecting or hoping for. And that's a lovely shot into the 72nd hole. Still got to get the job done. Kim Suji hit a lovely lag putt back on 16. This one a little bit further along, but sort of the same, if you get my drift. Coming over a little mound to start, and then will work its way downhill into the right as it approaches the hole. Her speed putting has been a real underrated part of her game. You know, when that putter gets hot from inside 20 feet, she makes more than her fair share, but it's her ability to avoid 3 putts that sees her factor very strongly in these major championships or the big events where you're going to have tuck pins, you're going to have big greens with lots of slopes to negotiate. If you have good control of your speed, you save a lot of shots throughout the course of a 4-round tournament. I'd love to just snuggle this one up close once again. Your tournament leader. Just keeping things interesting for us, Suji. Not that for par. And 18 playing relatively easy, the par 5. Should seal the deal for her at the last, but we just prefer a little cushion. Much more comfortable to have a 2-shot spread than just the one. Now ENG for a top 3 finish. Just slips by the edge. Another solid week. No drop shots this weekend for Jung Eun-ji. Couple of 69s to close. Share a 4th at the moment at 8 under par. Hopefully Johnny Sung, who's battled a bulky putter for the last hour and a bit, has paid attention to how quickly Suji's putt slowed down. So just give this a little bit more pace. Too much pace there for Jenny Sung. She's got a longer par putt from past the hole than Suji. Come on to Tai Titikun at 10. Brilliant. A birdie to close the Lee Year-won. That's a great 67 to end her week at 10 under par. And remember, in the opening round of the second hole, she was assessed a 2-shot penalty. Her caddy was standing over her with an umbrella when we had some rain. As she was hitting a par putt on the second, stood over there a bit too long, was deemed to be assisting her. Docked a 2-shot penalty, and ultimately that's proved costly in this championship. Dayon for a birdie at 17. Just a little high, just a little firm. Really never recovered after that bogey at 10. Going for the green, paid the price to be a second Hanwha Classic title for Lee Dayon. Jenny Shin for a birdie. Cho Ayan struggled on Sunday, but a nice closing birdie there for Jenny Shin. 74. Finishes her week at 2 under par. Yeah, you really got a feel for Lee Year-won. You got a feel for caddy as well, who was given a proper tongue lashing after that. She goes on to lose this championship by less than 2 shots, which it certainly looks like the case right now. That could prove to be the costliest error of her young career thus far. Now Yi-sung for a par at 17. Okay, well done. Nicely managed. Stops the rot.
까지 보이거든. 오케이. 평지성 살짝 내려가는 걸로.
Well, as I mentioned, you'd much rather have a 2-shot lead than just a 1-shot cushion. Even if that 18th playing fairly easy as a par 5 finishing hole. Just an outside left edge putt for Suji to stay at 12 under. Oh, never in doubt. She knew that was important. Little pump of the fist, a great par-saving putt Kim Soo-ji marches to the 72nd tee of the Hanwha Classic with a 2-shot cushion. Closing in on major title number 2 and
잠시만 멈춰
a
주시겠습니까?
5th professional victory. Dayon still with this 4-footer for her part.
오케이.
Okay, safely in. It's the one birdie on the front nine. It's the one bogey on the back nine. Just the par 5 18th to end what has been another spectacular week at Jade Palace. A 510-meter hole, playing its full distance. Tees all the way back today. Bunker on the right, not an issue. Bunkers on the left, only if you really tug your tee shot and pump it out there. Landing area off the tee pretty generous. Everyone in the field playing this as a 3-shot hole. Must avoid the right-hand side with your layup and your subsequent approach to the green. The pin today now cut in its traditional Sunday spot in the front left. Soo-ji not wasting any time. Quickly up to the tee and find the right rough. Again with a 2-shot cushion. She can afford to take things easy. A bogey on the last will be enough for a win. Atia Titikun's thrown everything she has at Soo-ji. Sparkling bogey-free round of 64 for the tie. And there's Gino. Certainly enjoyed her time in South Korea this week in the KLPGA Tour. Moment shares second place with the KLPGA Rookie of the Year, Lee Won. Dayon.
굿샷.
오, 이다연 힘이 좋아.
Yeah, fairway safely found for Lee.
사람들 관심 없어.
Should be buoyed by a couple of good weeks' work. Top 10 last week at the Hanwha Resorts Ladies Open. Despite some struggles on Sunday, Chen Yi-sung has played very nicely this week in Chuncheon.
아이고, 저 전혜성.
So the final group make their way down the 18th. Kim Soo-ji, your champion in waiting here in the 20th edition of the Hanwha Classic. Soo-ji leads by 2, making her way up the 72nd hole. Chen Yi-sung. Full send with a 3-wood from the left side of this fairway. A whopping 291 meters to go to the pin. Much like Jung Yun-ji, a birdie here would secure her. It would give her outright fourth by herself. So a big difference between sharing fourth with Yun-ji and solo fourth. Even though we'd like to think that it's pretty much job done for Suji. Not a done deal yet. Still got to put a good swing on this one and a tidy approach to the green before she can start celebrating or enjoying the walk up the 18th. But some good work since she hit the back nine has given her a cushion, given her the opportunity. Just play conservatively. Stepping back, making sure she's fully locked into what she needs to do. Keep it up towards that greenside bunker. That'll be a nice line for her. Anything at that TV tower. Okay, back in play, back down the fairway for Suji. Marching towards a substantial 360 million Korean won paycheck. Be the biggest of her young career. I mentioned throughout the week, the rough at Jade Palace, not as thick as it was last year, but it's still very much in play and very much a problem. Just got to make sure you try and stay on top of it, steepen out your attack angle. Got to have strong forearms to gouge it out of this stuff. A walk that many dream of, but few actually get to achieve. Stride up the 72nd hole, Sunday of a major championship, with the tournament in the palm of your hand. One more good swing for Kim Soo-ji. She can take that champion's walk up the last. This is her third to the par 5. It looked a little steery, but the target has been found for Kim Soo-ji. what a performance on Sunday afternoon. Jung Yi-sung started the back nine with a share of the lead and was simply smoked by Soo Ji. Those 4 birdies in a row. Too much to overcome for the slightly shorter hitting Jung. That's a tidy shot into the last. We have that for outright 4th. It wasn't to be a repeat of 2021 for Lee Da-yeon. Struggled in her opening round with a 74, but got herself right back into contention with low round of Friday, a 67. Backed that up with a solid round of golf yesterday to play herself into this final 3-ball. Running inside the top 10 at 5 under par. You know, she'd just love to stick one in close and give these fans one final big cheer. And that's what she's going to do, using the spin nicely. Beautiful shot from a tremendously popular player. Eyeing up a 2nd major title of the season. She won the season opening major at Lakewood for a 3rd leg of the Korea Grand Slam, the KLPGA Championship. But it's Kim Soo Ji who we will crown our Hanwha Classic champion of 2023 in just a couple of moments' time. It's been simply sensational, and, well, nice to see the friends and colleagues out on the KLPGA Tour ready to celebrate her win with her. Really come into her own since that major, that first breakthrough victory at the KGE Daily Ladies Open in 2021. She followed that up with a win at Haight Jinro shortly after. A pair of wins last season as well. Lost in a playoff in defense of her KGE Daily Ladies Open Championship. And for Lee Da-yeon, a player who's struggled with injury and some inconsistent form, she's back to being in the final group and being in the hunt on Sunday afternoons in Korea's biggest championships. Jung Yi-sung will take a great measure of confidence, playing well, running in some good form. We've got some big money events coming up on the KLPGA Tour, the Hana Financial Group Championship, the KB Financial Group Star Championship, another major, and then we'll end things at Blue Heron, the Haight Jinro Championship, a little bit later on this fall. Major season only halfway through on the KLPGA Tour. She's got 3 putts for it. Kim Soo Ji. Can she do it in style? It's Soo Ji season on the KLPGA Tour. A birdie on the last, an inward half of 31. Kim Soo Ji bags a 2nd major title and a 5th career win. What a dominant display from Soo Ji, bested only by Ataya Titikun in Sunday scoring, but no one was going to catch her this week. What a brilliant way to claim a 2nd title. She had 3 putts from there. But why take 3 when you can do it in 1? Right in the middle as well. She is looking very, very good for the second half of this lucrative 2023 season. 360 million Korean won getting the way of that young lady who has had quite the day to remember in Chuncheon. Come on, Yi-sung. This one moves from right to left for outright 4th. Yeah, that's a great way to finish. It's worth some cash as well for Jun Yi-sung. Losing birdie, outright 4th for her. All 4 rounds under par here at Jade Palace. Well, she's about to be doused with quite a bit of water. But I don't think it's going to bother Suji at all. Now breathes a sigh of relief. She knows the work is done. For one final cheer around this 18th green at Jade Palace this year, Lee Dae-yeon to complete a final group hat-trick of birdies at this par 5. And it wasn't the Sunday she was hoping for, Lee Dae-yeon, and that's a 71 for her. And in her week at 6 under, record another top 10 on the KLPGA Tour. But it's Kim Soo-ji who best them all at the 20th edition of the Hanwha Classic. They were 4 tied when we hit the back 9. Soo-ji reeled off 4 birdies in a row and 1 at the 18th for good measure to claim her second major title. A brilliant performance from start to finish. A Sunday to remember for Soo-ji, our Hanwha Classic champion of 2023. More from Jade Palace when we return.
좀 나오세요 좀. 뒤로 한 걸음만 가세요. 뒤로만 가고. 여기 모자 있는데 이거 좀. 모자. 얼굴에 얼굴. 애리도 얼굴. 자, 저분 분이하고 펼쳐 보세요. 자, 여기도 봐줘요, 여기. 자, 가운데 보고. 자, 여기. 맞아, 이쪽 한번 보세요. 여기 보고. 사장님 여기 있으시면 됩니다. 이것보다 사무사무 7공 맞죠?
네, 잠시 안내 말씀드리겠습니다. 잠시 후 18번에서 시상식입니다. 우승자의 방송 인터뷰가 끝나는 대로 시상식이 시작될 예정이니 잠시만 대기해 주시기 바랍니다.
아나운서 포디움을 하려
네, 안녕하세요. 네, 네. 네, 일단 오늘 굉장히 힘든 하루였고요. 또, 사실 상반기에 좀 잘 안 풀리다가, 네, 잘 안 풀리다가 조금 마음을 내려놓고 플레이해서 또 좋은 결과를, 네, 받은 것 같습니다. 네, 받은 것 같습니다. 네. 네, 감사합니다. 네. 있었습니다. 사실 좀 긴장을 하긴 했었고요. 또 오늘 굉장히 피니치도 어려웠고 플레이 자체가 쉽지 않아서 굉장히 애를 쓰면서 쳤는데 이렇게 좋은 결과가 나와서 사실 조금 얼떨떨한 것 같아요. 네. 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 일단 제가 9번 홀에서 버디를 놓쳤기 때문에 사실 좀 답답한 마음으로 이제 팁박스에 올라섰는데, 조금 도와주는 바람도 있었고, 사실 또 승부수를 띄우고 싶었기 때문에 드라이버를 잡을 수 있었던 것 같습니다. 사실 전반에 이제 보기를 한 후에 이제 바운스백을 하면서 기회가 있을 수도 있겠다라는 생각을 했는데 후반전에 이제 피니치랑 그때 좀 상황이 좀 어려운 상황을 맞닥뜨리다 보니까 막상 이제 후반전 플레이 할 때는 그런 생각을 전혀 못했어요. 네. 사실 저도 그렇게 생각을 안 하고 있었는데 주변에서 그런 얘기를 많이 해주시고 그리고 사실 공식 연습일 하면서 조금 시원한 바람이 불더라고요. 조금 그런 부분을 긍정적으로 생각하고 오히려 자신감 있게 플레이 할 수 있었던 것 같아요. 네. 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 일단 제가 상반기에 좀 잘 안 풀리고 조금 힘든 시간을 보냈었는데 주변에서 많이 도움을 주셔가지고 너무 감사드리고 일단 저희 동부건설 허상해 부회장님, 한국도신탁 차정은 회장님, 최윤성 부회장님께 너무 감사드리고 또 저희 이렇게 우승을 할 수 있게 해주신 이시우 프로님 감사드리고 또 이제 네 승현이 언니 너무 고맙고 저희 또 팀 테일러메이드 팀 너무 감사합니다. 네, 감사합니다.
Back at some of the many highlights from Sunday at Jade Palace, and we'll start with the former world number one Ataya Titikun, a birdie at the ninth to take the tie out in 33. Started the day at 2 under par. She needed a low one. She was certainly off to a great start with that tidy outward half, but Kim Soo-ji had a share of the lead with Johnny Sung coming into Sunday. An early drop shot, got it back with that birdie at the fifth. At the seventh, Leo Won was one of many chasers who was looking to make an impression on Sunday, had a share of the lead on the tee, and had the solo lead, walking off the seventh green with that third birdie of the day. Kim Soo-ji, at the very same hole, would respond in kind. This excellent 5-iron setting up a birdie too. That took her back to the top of the leaderboard at 8 under par. Titikun's assault on the pins at Jade Palace would continue. Birdies at 10, 11, and then this very fine wedge shot, setting up a third birdie in a row on the back nine, taking the tie into a share of the lead at 8 under. Yeah, one headed up to 9 under par coming into thick lie in that right rough. No option but just to hack it forward with trouble. Penalty area guarding this peninsula green. Not a chance to salvage a par. Just slipping by the left edge. And let's not forget about Jun Yi-sung, who's in the final group with Lee Da-yeon and Kim Soo-ji. A chip-in birdie at the ninth made it a four-way tie at 8 under par as we headed into the back nine. And this is where Soo-ji really turned on the afterburners. Up to the drivable 10th, went for the green, and was rewarded after that blistering tee shot. Drove the green, had a look at eagle, would settle for a two-putt birdie, and she got herself up to 9 under par. Just wanted to cozy this one up close. She certainly did that. Soo-ji's lag putting all week long has been spectacular. It didn't fail her then. So the birdie took Soo-ji into the solo lead. Jun Yi-sung would match parity at the top of the leaderboard at 9 under par. At the 15th, Titikun with a great tee shot to about 3 feet made it a three-way tie. He was still duking it out at the top of the leaderboard, but Titikun only with 3 holes left to play. And at the 11th, Kim Soo-ji's fine iron play set up another birdie opportunity, and this one she would take to get to double digits under par and move one clear again. Little two-shot swing. Jun Yi-sung would avoid that fate. Good par of her own at 11. And then Yewon. Missed chances at 10 and 11. Wouldn't miss this one at the 12th. A lovely birdie. And taking her up within 1 of Soo-ji. Who would say, no thank you, I'll take a 2-shot lead. 3 birdies in a row. Curling putt at the 12th. Jun Yi-sung, a wonderful shot in, but couldn't convert. And then at 13, a hole that has proved the undoing of several players this week. Soo-ji with the lead, wasn't shying away from the challenge. And beautiful tee shot, probably one of the best swings she made all day. Gave her a straight uphill putt from 6 feet. But first, Jun Yi-sung with a much longer birdie putt got this one to drop. And for the moment, he was within one of Soo-ji. Meanwhile, while all that was happening, Atia Titikun would post the clubhouse lead, an 8th birdie of the day. A round of 64, low round of the week for Titikun, who would sit and wait in the clubhouse to see if that would be enough. Ultimately, she would settle for a share of 2nd place. This was a par putt at 16 for Jun Yi-sung, which needed to go. It wouldn't. Missed opportunities at 15, and the bogey at 16, proving costly. Yewon had the 10 under par clubhouse target in her sights. Produced another beautiful wedge shot. And would roll in the putt to join the LPGA Tour Rookie of the Year at 10 under. Another wonderful weekend for Lee Yewon. At 17, Jun Yi-sung was tested again with a lengthy putt for par. This time she was up to the task. Soo-ji had a little tiddler of her own. That hot putter stayed hot for Soo-ji, who took a 2-shot lead up the 72nd hole. Now she had 3 putts from here to claim a 2nd major title. But why not roll it in for one final birdie this week? An inward half of 31. And the Hanwha Classic title, a 5th tour win for Kim Soo-ji. To bag 360 million won for her impressive Sunday display here at Jade Palace.
다음은 주관사 한국여자프로골프협회 김순미 수석 부회장님 참석해 주셨습니다. 큰 박수 부탁드립니다. 자, 먼저 코스레코드 시상이 있겠습니다. 명문 골프장으로 손꼽히는 이곳 제이드 팰리스 골프 클럽에서 2017년 제시카 코더와 오지언 프로가 기록했던 65타 7언더파가 코스 레코드 기록이었는데요. 그 역사적인 기록이 오늘 깨졌습니다. 시상에는 하나솔루션 인사이트 부문 이현진 사업부장님께서 수고해 주시겠습니다. 무대 앞으로 모시겠습니다.
아카야가 8개야? 8개. 어디가 더
자, 그럼 발표하겠습니다. 하나클래식 2023 65타의 기록을 넘어 최종 라운드에서 64타를 기록했습니다. 코스 레코드를 기록한 선수는 아타야 띠티쿤 선수입니다. 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 무대 앞으로 모시겠습니다. 자, 무려 64타의 기록을 작성하며 코스 레코드를 기록한 아타야 띠티쿤 선수에게 큰 박수 다시 한번 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 64타를 기록하며 코스 레코드를 기록한 아타야 띠티쿤 선수, 초청 선수로 참여를 해서 이런 위대한 기록을 세웠습니다. 여러분, 축하의 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 기념사진 촬영은 여기서 마무리하도록 하겠고요. 이렇게 코스 레코드 시상을 마무리하겠습니다. 자, 그럼 이제 오늘 승부의 주역이죠. 대망의 우승자 입장이 있겠습니다. 하나클래식 2023 영광의 주인공이 입장합니다. 우승 상금 3억 600만 원의 주인공 바로 김수지 프로입니다. 축하드립니다. 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 압도적인 타수차로 오늘 우승을 거머쥐면서 이렇게 KLPGA 통산 5승째를 기록하게 됐습니다. 김수지 선수 다시 한번 축하드립니다. 시상에는 본대회 대회장이신 하나교살 이구영 대표이사 한국여자프로골프협회 김순미 수석 부회장님께서 수고해 주시겠습니다. 먼저 이구영 대표이사님께서 우승 자켓과 트로피를 전달해 주시겠습니다. 자, 오늘의 우승자 김수지 선수에게 우승 자켓이 수여되고 있습니다. 뜨거운 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 국내 최대 규모로 펼쳐진 하나클래식 2023 여러분의 우승 김수지 선수가 차지를 했는데요. 이어서 트로피 전달도 있겠습니다. 워낙 무거운 트로피인 만큼 두 분 함께 조심해서 들어주시고요. 자, 트로피 무게도 역시 메이저급을 자랑하는 것 같네요. 뜨거운 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 이렇게 트로피까지 전달을 했고요. 자, 잠시 올려놓고 다음 시상을 이어가겠습니다. 이어서 국내 최고 상금이죠. 우승 상금 3억 600만 원을 전달하도록 하겠습니다. 뜨거운 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 최대 규모의 우승 상금 3억 600만 원을 김수지 선수가 차지하게 됐습니다. 다시 한번 축하드리고요. 이구영 대표이사님도 수고 많으셨습니다. 자, 그럼 계속해서 한국여자프로골프협회 김순미 수석 부회장님께서 우승자의 부상과 꽃다발 전달을 해주시겠습니다. 김수지 선수에게 부상으로 프레드릭 콘센트 시계를 증정해드리겠습니다. 뜨거운 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 이어서 꽃다발도 함께 수여를 해주시겠고요. 김수지 선수와 함께 기념사진 촬영을 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 자, 어마어마한 상금에 이어 프레드릭 콘센트 시계 함께할 에코트리를 전달하는 순서를 갖도록 하겠습니다. 시상에는 이구영 대표이사님께서 수고해 주시겠습니다. 자, 이구영 대표이사님께서 에코트리를 전달해 주시겠습니다. 축하의 박수 보내주시죠. 하나그룹은 2018년부터 하나리조트 양평 사업장 일대에
So that draws to a close. A wonderful week here at Jade Palace. Many congratulations, Kim Soo-ji, on a dominant display in a second major championship. We do hope you've enjoyed having us along for the ride here on the KLPGA Tour. Thank you for your company, and we'll see you next time on the KLPGA Tour. Until then, this is Timothy Lowe saying have a wonderful Sunday, and bye-bye for now.